The year is 2023, and just like the black rhinoceros, iron sights are on the endangered species list. Every carry gun, duty gun, and every range gun that you see these days are equipped with some kind of RMR or micro red dot. Let's be honest, everybody and their mom has one. These days, using iron sights and shooting with them, it's like writing cursive. Nobody does it anymore. When it comes to just about pretty much everything, there's always a group of people that lock in on budget options, and in this case, red dot optics. Now, please, for the love of God, I shouldn't even have to say this, do not go on Amazon and buy that $15 red dot sight that looks like you have a car windshield mounted to your pistol. That's ridiculous. But besides the point, when people think of budget red dot optics for their pistols, they think of optics like the Vortex Venom, the Fastfire 3 made by Burris, and the Vortex Viper as well. But what if I told you there's an option at about half the price that claims to have all the features and some? You're looking at it right here. This is the GOWUTAR model A20, and yes, you heard right. Just like the spy balloon and COVID-19, this optic was made in China. Now, full disclosure, they did send this to me free of charge, but I will say, I know you're thinking, Matt, when did you become a sellout? I was hesitant at first to take them up on this offer, but once I went on Amazon and all the other websites and started looking at the reviews on this product, I had to try it. So I took them up on the offer, they sent it to me, and here we are. This model retails for $118, and the easiest place to find it is on Amazon. They sent us the green model variant. They asked which one they wanted. I wanted to try green because I've never had a green micro red dot. And here are some of the features that GOWUTAR claims to have on their micro red dots. They have shake wake design. Basically, after 4 minutes, the red dot will turn off automatically, and as soon as you pick up your firearm, it will automatically come back on. It has a battery life of 50,000 hours, they claim, and it is on the RMR footprint. So if you have any slide cut for RMR, like the Trijicon or the Holosun, I think it's the 407, it will mount directly to that. It is a made out of 775 aluminum construction, which, if you don't know, that's the pretty good aluminum that you want your optics to be made out of. And it has 10 brightness settings, 8 of green, and then it claims to also have 2 night vision settings, but I will not be able to test that today, so I'll take their word for it. And it's waterproof, shockproof, and fogproof. So let's put that to the test on Racks and Recoil today. And just a real quick take of what is in the box. You obviously have your instruction manual. They give you a lens wipe and the Allen wrenches along with the screws to mount it. But most importantly, what we're here for is the red dot itself. They give you a little cover, and not only can you mount it directly to an RMR footplate, but they also give you a Picatinny adapter. So if you wanted to mount it on an AR or another rifle or pistol option, you can do that. It comes with it, so that's pretty neat. So before we get started into the actual torture test portion of this, we're going to zero it, because obviously the whole goal is to see if this red dot can hold it zero through all the tortures. So we're going to put some rounds on target, get it zeroed, and then we'll get right into the testing. The first test we're going to do today is just going to be a simple drop test. I'm going to drop it from about head height straight down into the dirt and rocks, and just to show you all this gun is safe and clear. Let's do it again. There we go. That was right on the red dot that time. Alright, now let's go see if it held at zero. And for a target, we just have a simple shoot and see. That way we can see from back here if it's holding at zero. And like previously mentioned, we zeroed this right before this first test. So let's see if we still got it. Alright, I believe it's pretty safe to say that it held at zero after being dropped twice. You can come out and look at the target. It's hitting exactly where you want it to. So, first test on the GOWUTAR A20, that's a pass from me. Let's move on to number 2. Test number 2. A good combat optic, you need to know if you are able to rack the slide just with one hand pushing off of the micro red dot. Just in case, you know, you get shot in your left arm and you're left with one-handed operation is your only choice. So what we're going to do is we are going to apply pressure on the tailgate of the truck with the red dot, and we're gonna just cycle it a few times and see if it'll hold at 0 after that. So once again, it is safe and clear. Let's see if it holds 0. All right, test number 2. Let's see if it worked. Once again, you can walk up with me to the target. And we're still good so far. Yeah, we're shooting a little low, but it's not really the optic. That's just me being a crap shot, but I blame it on the mosquitoes that are molesting my ears right now. So test number 3, we're gonna see if the Model A20 holds up to its claim of being waterproof. We're gonna completely submerge it, but you know what they say, just go and do precise hit. All right, the water test. The weapon is safe and clear once again, and we're just gonna hold it upside down in the water for about 10 seconds and see if it can withstand it. And they claim that the little LED emitter that is in there is waterproof as well, which obviously or else the sight wouldn't work. But I'm mainly worried about the battery compartment. So I'm gonna look through this red dot, even see if the green dot's still on. Okay, it is, so it's probably gonna work. Let's go see if it, well, I mean, we didn't really do anything to hold it 0, but we're gonna shoot it anyway to see. All right, after the water test, we're gonna shoot it just to make sure it's still holding 0, which it should. I'm not gonna lie, so far this sight is pretty impressive. Even after dropping it and racking it, I don't even see a scratch on it. It appears to be pretty durable. You know, that aluminum's holding up, and for $118, half the price of the, you know, the Vortex and the Fast Fire that usually go for $200 to $300. So far, this doesn't seem like a bad option. To be honest, I didn't think we'd get this far. So let's keep pushing. And I only put 7 rounds in it because it was just water. We didn't really need to test the 0 that much. So it was mainly if the dot was actually going to work, and it did. So let's move on, and let's do something a little more crazy. To give this optic a true torture test, we have to put it through some pretty rough conditions that nobody else would do, but at the same time, real life conditions that you might find yourself in. Like, you never know when your pistol with your Model A20 might get hit with a shotgun. Let's find out what it does. And we're gonna throw 1 round of birdshot at it. Let's see if we can shatter the aluminum or the glass. Either or, I'll take either or. See what we can do. I'm honestly scared for the gun more than the optic. Yo, it caught. Look at this. That's wild. Oh, it shattered the glass. It shattered the glass on the other side. Barely. But it shattered a little bit of it. But look at all the birdshot that embedded into the plastic, and even the aluminum on the Model A20. Not gonna lie, I'm a little scared for this gun right now. It looks like the optic's fine, besides the glass being cracked on it. I don't know if you can, obviously I don't want to point a gun at you, so look at it that way, but you can see towards the top of the glass that a pellet went through it. I'm assuming it bounced off the steel, but it also took 4 hits, and I mean, that's a pretty good dent in that optic. If this holds 0, then I never want to hear y'all say anything about Chinese made products again, because even I will shut up about it from now on. But I mean, this gun took an absolute hit. This gun got destroyed by that birdshot, so let's go see if it holds 0. And if it does, then I'm gonna start buying all GOWUTARs for my pistols. Y'all can't tell me that we don't do the most brutal test on optics and guns. Alright, let's see if it holds 0. I'm honestly scared this gun's gonna blow up in my hand after that birdshot. I'm gonna shoot this one-handed just in case for the first one. Actually, I'll go for the steel. All right. Oh. I accidentally hit the mag release, I think. It's not supposed to do that. The bird shot definitely did something to the gun. I'll have to figure out what. Until then, it's going to be a single-handed operation. But with that being said, it's pretty impressive that this gun is still holding 0. Alright, let's see the target. This gun just got obliterated by 12 gauge birdshot at a range of probably 12 yards if I had to guess. I mean, it took a direct hit, and you can see it's not like the birdshot missed the optic. I mean, it took a very, very good hit, just like the rest of the gun did. Honestly, that birdshot messed the gun up more than it did the optic, but we're still holding such a tight group with this A20. Even after the glass being shattered and everything, I didn't think the LED emitter would work and project the green dot onto the glass, but it did. And this thing's still going strong. I am already very impressed and happy with this. Is it worth $118? Just even the test we've done so far? Absolutely. Absolutely. Something I want to point out after doing the birdshot test that I think is very important to mention. So here obviously we have the model A20 from GOWUTAR, and this is a Vortex Venom. You can see how thin the frame is on the Vortex compared to the model A20, and where I think the GOWUTAR shines is because that birdshot that you can see, it made a little pit, a little crater on the side of that optic, and I want to believe that if that was the case of the Vortex, it could have went through that thin aluminum. Worst case scenario, you know, crack that lens even worse. But that's one point I wanted to bring up, because I almost think that the A20 could outperform the Vortex, and we might have to put that to the test one day, because now it's got me wondering. But the ruggedness of the A20 is definitely something to talk about, especially for that price point, being an Amazon optic made in China. I mean, it really has everything going against it for you not to buy it. But after these tests today, I can't give you one reason not to buy it. I'm impressed. I really am. We didn't think it was going to make it past the shotgun, but it did. So we're going to try one more thing to see if we can somehow knock off the 0 of this gun. So what do you do when you're in a gunfight and you run out of ammo? The gun becomes the ammo. Ooh, that hit right on the red dot too. Alright, we just chucked the dagger, and the LED emitter is still on somehow. I don't know. This doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Because I feel like if we tested the Vortex and everything like this, they would probably hold up just like this. But I still have my doubts, because I didn't think this one would make it. So let's go see if it held at 0. Alright, this is the final test to see if the Model A20 can withstand the Raxon recoil test. I'm gonna have to work on that, because that's very annoying. I gotta teacup it now to make sure the mag doesn't fall out. You guys saw it here first on Raxon Recoil. I feel like we put this optic through a pretty good torture test, through more strenuous things than would probably happen in real life. So if it can survive that, I think it's gonna do just fine on your carry gun. I would not be afraid one bit to use this for personal defense. You guys saw how it held 0. I mean, there's probably somewhere around, I don't know, 30 to 40 rounds just in that group right there, and that's pretty solid. Plus we shot a couple at the steel. It withstood everything we got. We dropped it, we tested it in water, we shot it with a shotgun, we threw it, and if it can survive all of that, then I would not be one bit afraid to use this in any scenario. GOWUTAR, thanks for sending this, because I'm actually very impressed with this, and yeah guys, that's the model A20. Go check it out through and just like the black rhinoceros, iron sights here at Racks and Recoil, we like to test our guns and our optics. You saw it here first, guys. GOWUTAR model A120. Not 120. I had to that up, didn't I? Oh my god, it's loaded.